Yo, what is good, you guys? So I saw a bit of this video from a YouTuber named Danky. Credit to him for inspiring the video you're watching right now. But yeah, in his video, he basically broke down some pretty concerning messages that have been going around in the Azure Latch Discord server where a bunch of devs have been leaving and stuff. And I just wanted to go over this drama because I feel like everyone is thinking that Azure Latch is cooked, when in reality, this is one of the best things that could have happened to it. So if you don't already know, Azure Latch's ownership has been transferred and there's a brand new guy in charge of Azure Latch. So let's get into some of the Discord announcements that have been circulating. Starting off with a very long statement here from a dev, which you can read if you want. He basically talks about how Azure Latch is completely fine despite all the change of ownership and that the dev team would stay the same. He also talks a bit about how the game will become more monetized with the introduction of game passes and stuff. And this is a bit concerning, but we'll get into that a bit later. Now, this guy was wrong in that the dev team would stay the same because there are a few very important people who did end up leaving due to just not having passion for the game. And this is not necessarily a bad thing because if you don't care about a game at all and hold no passion for it, then you probably shouldn't be working on it. And we do have confirmation that there are a lot of new devs coming in to work on the game. And I understand that that makes me sound a bit hypocritical because the new developers coming in might not have passion themselves, but we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so now what I really want to get into is some of the important stuff regarding what exactly is going to happen to Azure Latch and why the change of ownership is a good thing, not a bad thing, which is the whole point of this video. So in this statement here from DCJ, he mentions that the game is being rebranded into something quote-unquote better and that the team is working to put out a strong update. I really want to focus on this section down here though, where he says that the quality will be up to your standard. This is a massive statement to make, as Azure Latch was known for having some of the best eye candy on Roblox. A lot of the insanely well made animations and cutscenes were made by developers who have now quit, and my absolute biggest concern with the change in ownership and developers is that the new devs coming in won't be able to match the quality of what we are used to receiving. If these new devs aren't able to match the quality we're used to getting, then we are absolutely cooked. It's over for Azure Latch. Azure Latch is done for if we can't get these top tier animations that the game is built on. However, if they do manage to continue producing this absolute peak, then it would mean that the change in ownership in Azure Latch would be the best thing that's ever happened to this game, which I'm going to start getting into now. First though, let me ask you guys something. Are you happy with Azure Latch currently? Do you enjoy Azure Latch's gameplay? Of course not. Azure Latch's gameplay has been virtually the exact same since release several months ago. The prior dev team, if I'm going to be completely honest, fully lacked a sense of direction. Every single update was just more eye candy and very little gameplay additions and changes. Like, no, seriously, the only time we have gotten a new mechanic added to the game in the past few months was when we received volleys. God knows how long ago that was. And this could be attributed to something that is revealed in this Discord announcement, where developer admits that AMM, the ex-owner of the game who they worked under, aka one of the only scripters, straight up didn't care about the game. And to my understanding, that meant that the absolute majority of Azure Latch's developer team comprised of people who only know how to animate and work on cutscenes, which although they were extremely talented at that, the dev team just lacked someone who understood what makes for great gameplay and that has the skill set, specifically scripting, to implement that. And if you see all these Discord messages that the brand new owner has been sending, he seems locked in. This guy 100% cares about the game, unlike somebody, and whether or not the game becomes more monetized, literally anything would be better than what we have been used to receiving. All the past few updates have just been pure eye candy, stacked on top of the same boring gameplay that Azure Latch is built on. With this brand new owner coming in, we could actually start seeing changes, and this message right here he sent completely solidifies that statement. In this message, the owner states that he is setting up a planner team, a balancer team, and a scheduled update delivery for the game. By all means, boss, hit me up to be a part of the balancing team, but in all seriousness, this is an incredible thing that Azure Latch will benefit from tremendously. I think it's very clear that boss cares about the game and that he is genuinely going to attempt to steer it in the right direction. That being said, talk is just talk, and only the next couple of updates will truly reveal what's in store for Azure Latch, but I've been absolutely sick of what we have been receiving lately. Literally stopped uploading for a month due to how boring the game was and how incapable the devs were of changing up gameplay. And I'm positive that the next updates under this brand new ownership will be absolute bangers, alright? I'm predicting that. I might get flamed if I'm absolutely wrong, but hey, we'll see. Anyways though, if you were okay with Azure Latch's current updates and gameplay, then yeah, be upset about the changes that are going down. But if you finally want to start seeing the game evolve and potentially add new additions like me, then we should be excited right now, not upset in the change of ownership and the devs. Who knows, maybe the game will keep releasing boring updates, maybe it'll turn into Blue Lock Rivals. but the way it is currently being worked on had it dropping downhill, and it needed a change. And I myself fully have faith in this new owner to do well with the game. Alright, so now let's talk about what I personally hope to see in future updates for the game to continue to grow. First of all, we need to continue getting the same high quality cutscenes and animations. This is irreplaceable and the #1 thing that keeps Azure Latch afloat. Secondly, we need to see more gameplay depth added to the game. Everyone I've talked to that plays Azure Latch, and myself included, always say that the gameplay is just painfully dry. Movesets lack mechanics. Almost every single base/flow move is just a reskin version of another move. In other games, different movesets always equal different gameplay. In Azure Latch, this has just never been the case. Every single character has the same moves in a different package, and they have near identical gameplay styles. It's just boring. We need more than just every character being,
here's your iframe skill, your shooting skill, and your other iframe skill. And for your flow skill, you'll shoot the ball in a straight line very fast after clicking a button.
like seriously, Azure Latch has never had creativity, and this has to change. Under gameplay depth, I also desperately want to see clashing implemented into the game. I've preached this for a while now. It would solve one of the game's most frustrating occurrences and be one of the coolest mechanics out of any Blue Lock game on Roblox. This feature has infinite potential, and I desperately hope that the new dev team considers adding it. And thirdly, the last thing that I really want to see is the dev team listening to the community and understanding their own game. I swear, I don't think there has been anyone developing updates who actually plays the game and experiences the issues of Azure Latch firsthand. Explain to me why Don Lorenzo defensive stance can still do this, why goalkeeper hitboxes cover the entire goal, why people dribbling the bar are untouchable and uncatchable, why goalkeeper AI is mentally ill. All of these problems have existed since the game's release or the release of updates that introduced some of the problems I mentioned. All of these issues just go completely untouched, and I desperately hope the new dev team will get all of this sorted out instead of leaving it untouched like how the prior dev squad worked. And the final thing I want to leave you guys off with is to please leave your game suggestions down below in the comments. Go ahead and share all your ideas or concerns about the game. Give any developer who might be reading the comment section a brand new idea for Azure Latch. Because if there's anything the new owner is making clear, it's that he wants to connect the game with the community more. Something we saw literally none of with the last owner. I also want to gauge the community's opinion a bit on how we are still feeling about everything that has been going on lately with Azure Latch. I do want to continue posting videos on this game, but it has just not been releasing good updates in terms of gameplay. Hopefully that will start to change though. And so yeah, that's about it for this video. I'm really excited about the future of Azure Latch, and I think you should be as well. Just put a little faith into this new owner. Maybe I'm glazing too hard, but I trust Azure Latch is in good hands now. I was not a fan of how the game was before. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.